It's a cool, rainy morning in southwest Washington, and we're summer steelhead fishing with Jason Hambly, Don Newman, and Ryan Reed.
So we're right here on the at the Blue Creek Fish Hatchery here on the Cowlitz River. It's a very, very crowded situation. So we're gonna try doing a few runs through here, or a couple of runs through here, and then just head down river and work our way down and see what happens, but it should be a good day.
All right, we're up here on the Cowlitz this morning, and a little different technique than I'm used to. You know, normally when we're down on the Trinity or doing some of our other fisheries, we're floating jigs and throwing spoons and things like this, but Jason's got us set up with some bobber dog rods. I think we're using 16 millimeter beads today, so we'll see how it goes.
So early in the morning up here, you can run a little bit bigger presentation with low light. Fish haven't been bothered all night. We usually start out with a 20 millimeter bead, and then as it gets a little more into light, we'll switch over to a 14 or a 16. And we'll also switch off with bait. We got a bunch of rods rigged up with different setups, but that's the story.
I think, are these 20 millimeters?
Yeah.
I didn't realize we were doing the 20s.
The water up here is only running 52 degrees, and though there's actually a fair amount of flow for this time of year, I think they're probably dumping a little water from the dam, and there's been a lot of snow melt this year, so.
I thought you were letting me eat it, to be honest with you.
First fish of the morning.
Looks like a birdie one.
First fish I've seen.
Oh, it's gone. Oh, spoke too soon. Oh. Well, we know those big beads work out here. 20 millimeter.
Well, it's not a bad start. All these boats out here, that was the first fish I've seen. Hopefully as the light comes out a little more, it's gonna progress, but we'll just keep plugging away. The reason there's so many boats in this area is that there's a hatchery here, and the water exits out of the hatchery in a creek right over here, and that kind of funnels a lot of these people down in this area, and also funnels the fish here. So a lot of fish equals a lot of people. So we're gonna make a little change and try going through a couple passes with some coon shrimp, some shrimp prawn oil, and some garlic.
So I have never fished these, so I have no idea how to.
Just run the back hook, or the top hook, right through the side of the tail like that. Then just, that's adequate. You can run the bottom through the gill plate too, but I
So
don't.
that's just like that?
Yep.
Oh boy. So the bobber went down, bit the head off. Jay, do the smolt eat these pretty good?
Everything. We hooked one on that last pass, but there's not a ton of fish being hooked up here. So I think we're gonna go ahead and mosey down river a little bit and see if we can find a little pot of them.
Welcome back to the Cowlitz River. I'm Justin Wolf. Jason Hambly, Don Newman, and Ryan Reed have worked their way through a slow early morning bite. But now, after making a few adjustments, such as scaling down the size of their beads and using a lot more scent, hookups are becoming more regular. Water-soluble shrimp scent on 14 millimeter B&R beads have produced some quality summer steelhead. But no adjustments to tackle or presentation will work if you don't have the confidence to stick with it, believing that the fish will come and they will be biters. Steelhead fishing is not for those who give up easily.
So we've caught 4 fish probably in the last 2 hours, and 3 within the last probably hour and 15 to hour and a half. And the last 3 were all really, really bright. And the thought is that we kept grinding and grinding in the morning and struggled, but this afternoon some fresh fish pushed in, and we're reaping the benefits of waiting it out and getting a fresh batch pushed through.
On the Cowlitz here, it's a large body of water, and it can be kind of overwhelming on where a fish might lay, just because it's so wide and there's so many little hidey holes. But it seems like in larger bodies of water, it's always a good safe bet to kind of fish near the shores, or at least closer to it. It just seems like the fish will travel in those deeper seams along the edge of the river. And that depends on where you're at, and some holes are different, but that's always a safe assumption. If you got some depth alongside the bank, that's always a good idea to fish along those.
Jay, you think the boat pressure pushes them over there at all?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that I think too is, you'll notice too in a lot of softer type spots where there's not a lot of choppy overcurrent, you'll notice too they'll kind of skedaddle out of those spots really quick and go under some covered areas. I think that's why this hole here fishes good throughout the day, because it's got a choppy surface and it kind of creates cover for the fish.
So Jason, when we're bobber dogging, I notice we're going at a little bit more of an extreme angle where we're pulling the lines down a little bit. Is there a reason you want that? Like, it's almost like you're dragging them a little bit.
I like it to be at that angle just because, well, number one, it's easier to control the line with your bobber, have a little bit of a belly. And also, when you do get a fish that takes, it allows you to pick up on it quicker and get a good hook set. So it's just more line control, easier to maneuver.
We're all spaced nicely. Boat's perfect. Guys, I will tell you, I am sleeping in tomorrow, and we're going to start at 1 o'clock. Jay, what do you think?
Good call.
I gotta get my net guy over here. Net guy, net guy.
It's your service.
That's your service.
She's a pretty one.
Yeah. Ready?
Well, it's good to have somebody that finally knows how to handle a net. Ryan, a lot of guys that get in the boat, they'll net a fish and they'll just lift it straight up as the net pulls bowing over. Ryan dipped it, grabbed it, slid down the handle, and then lifted it straight up. That's the proper way to do it. It keeps the fish locked in the bag, and it also doesn't bend your net up.
Good job. Nice net job, Ryan.
Thank you.
So Jason's filleting our catch out today. He's using the new Beckman fillet knives that will be in the stores around September 1st of 2022. Some unique features of the knife. One, there's 3 different sizes. That's not unique, but 7-inch, 8-inch, and 9-inch. The 9-inch has a dimpled blade, which allows it to kind of slide through without any suction, kind of friction-free. They've got a coated stainless steel blade, so it's a PTF coated blade. Ergonomic handle. Also comes with a vented sheath. You can't really see it in here, but the vented sheath will protect the blade while allowing it to dry out and allow any moisture to dry off the blade. So they're going to retail for about $24.99 depending on the size. That's just a rough guesstimate, but pretty good product we're excited about for 2022.